Hello friends, 40 here from Lucidmix.com with my first video in the series entitled 6-Minute Mix Tricks. So to kick the series off, I get a number of friends asking me how I manage to get width in my mixes. So I've decided to put together some fundamentals in a series of videos that should help you on your way to getting more width to your mixes. There are a good number of principles to apply when getting more width to your mix. But firstly, I want to talk to you about LCR panning. If you look at the audio tracks in this particular session, in particular the pan positions, you'll notice that they're either panned extreme left, L, bang up the center, C, or extreme right, R. LCR. And this is the same for the entire session. Right, left, center, 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 right, center, 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 right, center, left, left, right, and so on. Now you may ask, but what about all the pan spectrum increments in between center and extreme left and center and extreme right? Now, I accept that this is possibly a contentious subject, and there's been many a debate on the values of LCR versus the more intimate approach. But I get far better results with this method, particularly when trying to create space and width in my mixes. You think about it, it goes without saying, if there's nothing in between the space of that center point and the extreme right and the center point and the extreme left, then you've created space in your mix. Not only that, because there isn't anything in between, it gives the perception that the center and the extreme right are further away, and the center and the extreme left are also further away, therefore giving you width. Have a listen to the two guitars in this particular session. They're contrasting parts. As I move from the LCR to a less extreme position, and you'll notice as the space goes from the extreme width to the intimate feel, and then the space opens out again, and the space and width rather opens out again as I pan the position. So here are the guitar parts. So that's the LCR position, and I'm going to move them now back or to a more traditional position. Hopefully, again, the differences here. It's massive. It's cavernous. So space. I'll try and switch between the two as it's playing. It's not going to be that easy. Now, I've mixed with more traditional methods, and it does create some intimacy in the piece, particularly if that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking for width, LCR is absolutely a great place to start. I briefly touched on it then, but there's another principle at play here also, and one that essentially starts before even the mixing stage is conceived. In fact, probably as early as the writing and arrangement stage. You should ideally be looking for instruments or parts that counterpoint each other. instruments that contrast completely in tone and movement. The guitars in this mix are absolutely a great example of that. If I just take you back, we've got a picked, I think it's a Fender, but anyway, there's a picked, slightly distorted electric, and overlay a wah guitar part, and you can probably note from the WAV files themselves, that the shape of the files, that they're moving in different places. So just have a quick listen to the way that they counter each other. Now, it's that counter that is actually giving you the perception of even more width. So it isn't just about the LCR. It is actually about what the instruments are doing as well. Now, too often I get mixes or recordings that come to me with double guitars panned left and right, where they've actually doubled the part. Whilst attempting to create some sort of wall of sound, they've simply killed the width of the mix. So before, and because your ears start to perceive the sound, well, in fact, because you're receiving the same signal in the left and the right ear, your ears actually start to perceive the sound up the middle. Therefore, the width is gone straight away. So by pushing to your arrangement so that you get this counterpoint, you actually push the width, and what it does is it makes your left ear, it's almost like listening to something different, a conversation perhaps over your left shoulder and a conversation over your right shoulder, and your brain is switching between the two instead of somebody just talking in front of you. That's all I've got time for today, friends, but I'll be back next week with more examples of how to get more width and space in your mixes. Please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a trick, and of course, I welcome any comments or questions. Have a great day. Cheers.